Now. Oh crap, I just realized there's probably going to be lag if I have this set to... What resolution is this screen sharing in? Okay, switching the screen share on Discord to 480p just because... Alright. And unsupported resolution! Great! And... Work this time, work this time, work this time, work this time. And... Okay. It's working. Yay. Uh.
Can you hear something?
No.
Okay, just making sure.
Alright,
I'm
now
playing
to
right
go
now.
shamelessly plug this stream on a bunch of Discord servers.
Yeah, I know a friend that does that almost every week.
uh... Why is the... For some reason, I don't know if I'm doing something wrong, but YouTube says that I'm streaming in 240p. That's... Did I select a... No... It's probably just YouTube or something. Let's see.
Speaking of YouTube, I heard, I think I heard they're removing the subscriber.
Wait, what? Really?
Oh, that's what I heard. I don't know if it's true, but
I
I
mean,
wouldn't be surprised.
I heard... That is... surprising.
It's gonna be a big deal for people because
Mm,
you want to know how many people are following you.
yeah.
And you still get the views, but not the people that follow you. I don't know. It just kind of ruins the reputation.
Okay, yeah, apparently it's in 240p, but, given the quality of the thumbnail, I don't think people are gonna be clicking on this stream for quality anyway. I'll just add 240p to the title, I guess. There. I mean, back when I first played this game, that was the highest resolution I could watch anything anyway, because that was all that would load on my old netbook. And... time to start plugging myself.
Oh my god.
Alright, that's enough self-plugs. Wait, not quite. No, that's all the ones I'm allowed to post it in. Wait. There we go, now I'm done.
Huh.
Alright. Alright, I have to unhide the thing on the screen. crap, the window's a bit too big. Like, it's like, there's like this black space. Well, let's hide that by putting the video on the other side of the screen.
That's a good one to hang
Oh
on the
god, the
game.
nostalgia is just rushing into me. That sounded extremely weird. The audio balancing on this is probably really terrible. This game's soundtrack is amazing is all I can say about it.
I heard it a bit, but I don't know. It doesn't really. Uh, I never really listened to them. Like,
Yeah. It's, oh god, the graphical effects don't work. The stream is officially ruined because I failed to check the settings before launching the game. Whatever. Oh, I didn't get the... Something that's really funny is that whenever you select one of the files, there is a second animation that can play, and I love the one for the first file, because it literally he just gets launched out the window. I'm just gonna turn the volume on this down a bit in case it's too loud. I'm honestly not even expecting this stream to get any viewers because the last, like, 6 streams I've done, nobody joined. I guess it just goes to show what happens when I try to stream anything but Fire Emblem 5.
Maybe I can show you a Discord server where this guy is he's a small YouTuber. His name is Liam.
Mhm.
And you could share your stuff on Discord.
Wow.
Maybe they'll give it a watch.
Hmm.
Maybe, I don't know. Most people are not online.
I'm just gonna throw something random in the corner over there, just to hide the emptiness of that side of the screen.
Oh, I did not realize that.
There's like, on the stream itself, just the left side of the screen is there's just nothing but green, so I'm just gonna throw a random image up there to hide it. It's just Ephraim Disgusting Face. There. It's no longer null space on the left side of the stream on YouTube.
What was she saying?
Yeah. This game's plot, I can summarize it this easily. So basically, the witch Gruntilda is ugly and is going to kidnap Banjo's sister Tootie to steal her prettiness. I am not kidding, that's the actual plot of this game. It's very weird when you explain it.
I mean, I don't expect a deep story from this game.
The writing is pretty great though, like, Gruntilda is always speaking in rhymes, like literally everything she says is in rhymes.
Wait, the waiting sound.
Yeah. It's the best they could do with the limited cartridge space. Also, I'm playing this with a keyboard. So, yeah. Alright, and Bottles here is basically your tutorial character. If you hold down A, the dialogue goes like this, and everyone's voices just get high-pitched. But yeah. So, this was one of the first, main, collectathon platformers. Okay, I do not need to play the tutorial here. Now, if you say you want to hear the tutorial, everything is restricted and all you can do is jump. However, if you say you have played before, you can just get right into it. Now, the tutorial does work well enough because the starting area, Spiral Mountain, has these honeycomb pieces around. 6 of them give you an extra unit of health. Pretty standard, collectible ideas there. Oh yeah, swimming controls are also basic. You just go into the water and hold down B to... You press B to dive, and then holding down B and A make you swim at different speeds.
You control the camera?
Yep. Camera control is segmented with the C buttons, or if you just hold down R, it just stays behind you at all times.
No. I don't know, it just looks weird to me. It looks like a fixed camera position.
There are some places, like right here, that have fixed cameras, but most of the time it's freely controllable, and when it is fixed, it is specifically done so that you can see something you need to see right then and there. There's not much to say about the beginning area, it's just really just here so you can get the bearings on what buttons do what. One thing though about the controls is they're extremely simple because pretty much everything you do is just press the Z button in combination with another button. Unless it's like basic jumps and attacks, which are all just pressing A and B. But like the backflip move, which makes you just jump higher, is Z and then A. And then the beak barge attack, which is the lunge, crouch lunge I was doing earlier, is like this, is just Z and B.
Yeah, this is all new to me. I don't really pay attention much about this game.
Also, everything in this game has eyes. All of it.
Oh, I noticed. Didn't the ukulele did the same thing?
Yeah. However, that one wasn't well received.
Yeah.
Though there is one thing that's interesting. People say that the game just kind of lacks a lot of polish. However, the Switch version is actually one of the few games on the Switch that was actually pretty well optimized for the hardware.
Oh yeah.
Most developers will either just port the entire game over and it'll have a really bad frame rate, or they'll port it over and just downscale all the textures, but they carefully made the assets, like they remade all of the assets specifically so that the Switch hardware could run it while still looking as good as it could.
Yeah, I heard about that. I remember I was thinking of getting ukulele, but then I heard about being oh, this game sucks. Oh, this game's great, but then it sucks. It's great.
Yeah, it's
I don't know.
really divisive to a lot of people. I haven't played it myself, so I can't say anything.
But like, the presentation doesn't look all that interesting to me.
Yeah. Then again, this game doesn't really hold up in terms of presentation either.
Oh yeah, but it's expressive.
Yeah, it still holds
That's what I
up
was
better than all
thinking.
the FPSs from this era. And this is Power Star equivalent. It's literally just called a jiggy. It's just a jigsaw piece called a jiggy. I felt a lot less weird. Oh, hello. I don't know who you are. There's a person in the chat.
Oh, really?
Silence tutorials, yes. Hello, Monster Madeline. And here's the first world. Mumbo's Mountain. First area? Very small, compact. Everything is generally in one
Oh,
place.
I thought you were supposed to go inside that jigsaw puzzle piece or something.
Yeah, this ain't Mario 64.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
And then these music notes are one of the most common things in the whole game. However, they're also the most annoying thing in this whole game. Because in the N64 version specifically, you lose all of the notes whenever you died. I mean, you keep
Nope.
you keep the total. However, you have to pick them all up again. So, for example, if you collect 70, if you collect 70 of them and then die, you won't gain them. Oh, that's who you are. Hello. Okay, now rereading that message, I should have clued into that a lot faster. Hello. God damn, I haven't played this in so long. I also have never played this with a keyboard before, so that might also be what's screwing me up. Or I'm just bad. So, there's 10 jiggies in each world, 100 notes, 2 honeycomb pieces, and that's all of the major collectibles. However, there is a glitch in the game that makes it so that 6 of the honeycomb pieces do not need to be collected because for some reason the max health bar caps one before like the total amount it could reach with the number of honeycomb pieces in the game. So when you collect the final 6, it doesn't do anything at all.
Oh, great.
Oh, it's not just lag on your end, there's just lag on the stream in general because I'm both streaming and screen sharing on Discord at the same time. Also, that reminds me, your message there, Marked, reminded me. In the Xbox version of this game, on the 360, on the Xbox One through Rare Replay, the thing with the music notes is fixed because you just have to collect it once and then you've permanently collected it. You don't have to grab it again. Which, yeah. However, that does lead to a glitch where if you do the bonus room stuff at the beginning of the game, Banjo in that animation in the bonus room area collects 4 notes. That just removes them from the game. And it never got patched. So, if you do that bonus room content prior to actually playing that part of the game, it just screws you out of everything. What the... Did I not... Oh, I'm not moving my fingers far enough, that's what the issue is, because I configured this badly. I'm using a keyboard to play this game. Ow. I forgot how stupid Konga's voice is sped up. Yes, I'm a nerd. Oh. There's still a lot of like tech moves you can learn as you play the game. There's not really as many as there are in the sequel, but here we have the first one, which is literally the best one in the whole game, and you get it right away, the Talon Trot. Because now you can walk on really steep slopes without sliding, and you move a hell of a lot faster.
That's really convenient.
Like, for example, this is moving normally, and then this is with the Talon Trot.
Oh, yeah.
Keyboard. And then this is a Jinjo. There's 5 in each world, and getting all 5, they give you a Jiggy.
So, instead of collectibles,
Everything is just a collectible. There's
yeah, like
you
you
get a
have to get
collect
it in world.
you get a collectible that gives you a collectible.
Yeah, like
Alright, next move here is the Beak Buster, which is basically the ground pound. I don't know why this isn't in the base arsenal, but or wait, I said the Talon Trot was the first move I learned, but I forgot about the egg shooting one, which I literally used on screen and didn't even say a word. Basically, hold down the Z button and then press C up. Press C up to fire out the front, and down to fire out the back. You only have to use that one time in the whole game if I remember correctly, and thank God. Because it's really stupid. And it also is completely useless aside from that. No, wait, there's another instance in the game. You have to use it a few times, but it's generally not good for combat. If I can press the keys in the right order, that would be really helpful. Yeah, there's a lot of things. Like, everything in this game is just collectible after collectible, which is probably why this game coined the term collectathon.
Yeah. When I played Sparrow, yeah, I didn't know it was collectathon. I remember you had to collect stuff.
Mm.
I don't really think about it much. I just want fun.
Yeah.
That's I'm having fun collecting stuff. Yeah, that's great.
Okay, this thing is a beginner's trap right here. There's a honeycomb piece on top. Like, not even on top, it's in the middle of, like, one of the things at first. If you get rid of that last one, this last one, before getting rid of it, you have to exit the world and come back in order to get it.
Oh yeah, do you really think Banjo is bad?
They aren't as close together in the later worlds. The Jiggies, they're a lot more spread out. It's just this is the first one, and it's extremely compact.
God, that looks really hard to control.
Yeah, it's not the game itself that makes it hard, it's the keyboard. Yes, collectibles are life.
Want a good collectible? What's the game called? Ahead of Time.
Yeah, I have not played A Hat in Time either.
I want to see if I can get it from Switch, but they have not made an official release date for months now.
That's odd. I
They
mean,
say it's
when you think of games like that, you'd think that it'd get released on a Nintendo platform straight away.
well, maybe they would, but Switch was not even a thing when the game was.
Yeah.
I think the game was like 4 years ago. I can't remember.
Yeah, it was in development. It was in development for a long time. Still came out better than Mighty Number 9.
Oh man, I remember the whole everybody making fun of
Yeah, I honestly enjoyed it at first. But as I replayed it, I'm like,
yeah.
I forgot this Jiggy was here. I just walked past it earlier. Wow. Alright. That was something I didn't get over here earlier because you need the ground pound first.
Yeah, I feel bad for people who support my unit because man, these people they lied
Mm-hmm.
and
I still think think Mighty Number 9 has literally the best like Kickstarter reward ever. If you donated 80 bucks, you got the Golden Beck skin in game. Yeah. There was also that, like, retro hero DLC, which was supposed to remind players of NES games, like the original stuff, but, like, it was originally a retail exclusive release until it came bundled with the game. Or not bundled with the game, but it became purchasable on the online stores the game was available on. And it's not that great, because first of all, you can only use it in the instant death mode. And it looks more like a Minecraft skin than an NES character model. Like, they could have at least made it a 2D sprite. But, nope. It just looks like it's ripped straight out of a Minecraft mod pack. Where was that last Mumbo token? I need it, and I don't remember where it is. I know there's exactly 5 that you need, and there's exactly 5 in this area, but where is the 5th one? I got the one that's there.
Oh yeah, there was supposed to be a 3DS version of Mighty Number 9, but it's there.
It's never been cancelled, but it never came out.
I think they just.
Yeah. I mean, I feel like the problem with Mighty Number 9 was the fact that it was being made for 9 platforms at once. There's the last one. But, like, if you check all of the original trailers for it, it's literally was being made for every platform except for the Wii. Because, like, the initial platforms they had listed were PC, Xbox 360, PS3, Xbox One, PS4, PS Vita, and 3DS. Oh, and Wii U. Anyway, this is Mumbo. He's basically, all that in a few random worlds, you can use him to transform into other things. Like in this area, you get to turn into a termite. With the exception of one form, it's impossible to attack while in these forms. However, they are required for getting a lot of collectibles in certain areas. Like in here, one of the termite's abilities is that, not that, but you can climb you can climb even steeper slopes.
What did that ant say?
Where'd you get those shorts? I want them. These are all basically schoolyard bullies. Move. I need those 3 notes that you're standing right on top of.
Wait, if Banjo is the spider now, what happened to the
That's a good question. I've honestly never thought about that. It's even odder because she still speaks when you transform. At least I know that she does in the sequel game. I don't know about in this one, because I had not played this as much, even though I still have literally played this so many times that for a few years now I've had 100% on all 3 save files on my original cartridge. However, I'm still learning new things about this game to this day, because there's a lot of interesting stuff behind this game. And that's all 10 Jiggies for this world. Get a little fanfare, which I interrupted. And that's the second honeycomb piece of this world, so now we have everything. And I didn't. I said I had to go back for it, but every stage also has a Gruntilda switch in it. If you ground pound it, it makes a Jiggy appear in the main hub world. And there's 10 in the main hub world on top of the 10 in each area. And Bottles is basically explaining the note system there. Now you need to leave this world as a termite in order to get this one up here. Alright, here. If you leave the world in the transformations, eventually if you go far enough, you'll just change back. The first area doesn't let you get too far, but there is a few later that will let you get pretty far. And that's because they have a lot of things hidden behind using those transformations outside of the worlds.
I was about to say you have to go back to the transform.
Yeah. And now we have the use for the notes, unlocking these doors. You don't need to get every note in the game in order to finish it, but you do need a lot of them in order to get everything. I think I prefer the way that this system was handled in the sequel, where instead of being your second progression bar, like instead of having two things to lock you from progressing, in the second game, you simply used notes to learn more moves. But in that one, there's also less of them spread everywhere, because they are all grouped in little nests of 5. And then this is our first example of the game just showing you where the painting for a stage is, but not actually putting it beside the stage. And that unlocks Treasure Trove Cove, probably one of my favorite areas in the game. Now, this is Brentilda, Gruntilda's sister, and this right here is the speedrun killer for this game. I'm not even joking. Basically, she tells you random facts about Gruntilda, or Grunty, whatever you want to call her, but here's the thing. These facts are randomized per playthrough, and knowing a few of them is mandatory in order to beat the game. I'm opening a little note on my phone here to save these in. Brushes her rotten teeth with moldy cheese-flavored toothpaste. Like, these seem like they would be really random and useless, but this is extremely important. Rancid milk.
It looks like Shrek wearing a furry costume.
Alright, save. Just gonna put a name on this so I know what it is and don't delete it by mistake. There. This here doesn't really come into play until later. And it just says there, creates shortcuts between certain areas. That one there, though, is extremely important. But, which, of course, means it's the one I almost always forget exists. You know what? I haven't even gone to the second world yet, and I can't even go to this place yet, but I'm just gonna go unlock the fourth area. This is the room where you'd enter the third area, like that grated pipe over there is the entrance to it. However, locked behind a very simple switch puzzle with all these pipes, where you just hit that switch over there to make these ones rise. Then you hit this one, and it makes that one over there rise. Then over there is a switch that makes a little grate in the corner of this room open. And that's where the entrance, like the little, not entrance, but the painting for the fourth world is. Oh. And back to taking notes. Leg chomper. Like, it's possible for each of these to have 3 different answers, but which ones they are completely random. And of course, in a speedrun, failing to answer these right on the first try cuts out precious frames, but also going to get all of these needlessly convoluted quiz answers also cuts down frames. And now, opening the fourth area before I can even go there, because that's how I roll. Yep, this is one of my favorite areas in the game, mainly for the music alone.
I know a guy on Twitter who loves Banjo Kazooie and Castlevania.
Also, there's a really cool thing that this game does that I feel like a lot of games try to do now, but they don't really do it to the same effect. It's right down here. This is this right here. This is the opening to the final area of the game. Right in plain sight.
Wow.
However, the little pad that you'd stand on to put pieces into the frame is miraculously missing. I say miraculously because if it wasn't, you'd just put them all in there at the beginning and be unable to progress.
Like, does this witch talk randomly?
Yes. And now we enter Treasure Trove Cove. The pirate-themed level. And this has literally the most terrifying part of this whole game. Going into the water. crap, I wasn't fast enough. This is the most terrifying thing in this whole game.
God, that's actually a decent looking shark for an old game.
I didn't learn this until years, and I mean years later, but it's possible to kill him. And the way you do it is so anticlimactic. This is how you kill it. I missed. It's easier to do on a box because it's easier to aim. Also,
Whoa.
look at that gore! This is the most hardcore you could get on this system. Mini boss time. I say mini boss, but this is barely even constitutable. You're supposed to wait for him to, like, pause and just hit him in the eyes. Then you just go inside his shell.
I don't want to ask how that's possible.
And it's way bigger on the inside. Also, for some reason with these, I think they're called snippets. Yeah. Whenever you beat them with just a ground pound, they die in one hit, and they also give you 2 honeycombs instead of 1.
Wait, I just realized the bird eats it.
Yes.
Like, I heard it. I realize now that it sounds like a gulp sound. Like, oh no.
For some reason, wrong button. For some reason that little dance there is removed from the sequel and instead it just flies around your head for a few seconds. Also, this is the most amazing, I don't even know what to say. This character right here. If you thought that every other random sound that things were speaking in this game was dumb,
Oh my god.
I'm just gonna let this soak in. I don't know why, but for some reason there's a weird issue that this game sometimes has with Kazooie's voice, like clips where if you speed up dialogue once while playing the game until you turn it off, it'll stay in the high-pitched tone even when you're not holding down the button. It happens, like, seemingly out of random. Also, he said he lost all of his treasure. It's inside of his ship, like, literally. Also, the bottom half of his ship is literally completely full. So that probably explains why he can't find it, because he can't go in there, because he'd just sink. Because hippo. This game's cast is surprisingly varied.
Is that a skull?
Yep. Aim. Self. That's one thing with the swimming in this game. Instead of like in Mario 64 where the swimming was pretty simple, you have to actively aim yourself in the direction you want to go. There we go. The hitbox for where you have to stand in order for the gold to be thrown is really weirdly specific. It's not as weird to... It'd be easier if I... There we go. I think it was the keyboard screwing me up. This guy returns in the sequel and his voice clip is the exact same. Camera. Now we learn to fly. Big chance chicken legs. Now, because this is such a broken ability, it's limited to only places that have the flight pads in it. But when you do it, it's awesome. You basically just go anywhere. Oh my god, the resolution on this texture is so high! No, it's not.
Yeah, so far this game looks okay.
Yeah. I feel like half of my love for this game is just the nostalgia glasses.
Yeah, same dream with Spyro.
Okay, I like how the dialogue was explaining how to learn how to use this move because I walked on the disc prior to actually stepping on the molehill. Basically, you just stand here, press A, jump really high. However, you don't have to be standing on the disc when you jump, you just have to be standing on when you push the button, and then... There we go. Alright, that's 4. There's one more thing you could get by flying up here. It's right over here. Alright. Alright, that makes 4 of those, so only 1 left and I know exactly where it is. Also, more gore!
It's just a clam.
If those things hit you, they steal items. Like, they just steal eggs and feathers, and it's really just annoying. Thankfully, they don't steal anything else. I somehow hit that without even being on screen. Ah, wrong button. There we go. Now looking down, the entire level is rendered at once. However, the entire thing that's not on screen is called out. Please land in water, please land in water, please land in water, please land in water. Okay, I landed in water.
Look.
Not that one. I could do what's over here, actually, yeah. Follow the clues if you're looking for gold. Yes. Can I swoop by and get this? Nope.
You can't go any lower?
Well, I could, but I wasn't able to fast enough. I have to go back in that direction anyway, so I'll just get on that run through. Oop. Come on, can I get them both at once? Oh. Look at this. It's right over there. Just gonna get
I was
these.
like, haha, you never find me.
This is one of the best pieces of dialogue in this whole game, is right here when you get this. If I can hit it.
What?
Open me gently. If I can aim. Please
Is this
aim.
a hentai or something?
Open me gently on a smash open. Oh god, I just made that sound even worse.
Please, Oni-chan, open me. Open me.
Oh god. This video is so getting age restricted. Oh, now I can show this off.
Cheese and crackers. What?
Nope. Basically, the way you kill the shark is by doing that.
God, I just
I can't aim with a
believe it's
keyboard.
real.
Yeah, I have to go with Nisui.
Will they ever make a Banjo Kazooie remake?
If they would, I would buy it. Even if it's an Xbox exclusive, I'd buy an Xbox One just for it. But I mean, it kind of would be hard seeing as the original staff that made Banjo Kazooie, like all of them, no longer work at Rare.
Oh, who has the rights to Banjo now?
It's Microsoft. However,
I
Phil Spencer, the head of the Xbox brand, has said time and time again that he wants Banjo and Smash. So, get on the rail. These stairs don't work properly. This is what happened back then when you tried to make actually modeled stairs. Which is why most stairs from this era were just flat textures. If I can just... This is the real struggle.
God, the momentum.
There we go. Oh, now I can do this. Okay, now which one am I missing? And how many notes do I have? Oh, I only have 65? What the heck? Okay, it's not notes, but I know I'm missing this. Eh.
Yeah, every character in this game has some personality.
Oh, wait, I know exactly which one I'm missing. Which Jiggy I'm missing. Which is odd, because it's usually the one I get first. Where's this guy? I got this.
Okay, this is catchy.
Mm-hmm. I told you, the soundtrack's amazing. Alright. Alright, this is what I was forgetting to do earlier.
Oh,
This is one of the few times you actually have to use that move.
I thought it looked like a hamburger. It looks from up top, looks like a hamburger.
Yeah, I can see it. Missing 7. I know there's 4 in here. Okay, so there's still 3 somewhere. Basically, you just have to spell the game's title. It's written on the wall. This actually stumped me when I first played the game because I played this game before I knew how to read or spell anything. Now, one other special thing about this room is that this is also where you enter cheat codes.
Like, you enter cheat codes typically in that room.
Yeah. Because of all the letters on the floor, so you just ground pound the letters to write out the cheats.
I just wish video games really cheat codes.
Yeah.
They don't do it anymore.
Well,
Or at least I think that.
yeah, a lot of games don't do it anymore strictly because they can make a lot of glitches, but if you... I know you enter cheat and it makes weird cow noises when you enter that, and then you just enter the rest. The only one that sticks in my head off the top of my head is it doubles how much air you have underwater, but that's because the name is Give the Bear Lots of Air. That's the cheat code. But here's another thing. If you do the, like, bonus game that you can do in Banjo's house, you can unlock special cheats that just alter your appearance in a way. And the final one you get is Wishy Washy Banjo, which turns you into a washing machine. And you can just play the entire game like that. No, where am I missing 3 notes? Whenever I play this area, even though this is one of my favorite areas in the whole game, I always seem to miss a certain, like... It's not always the same, like, 3 or 4, but I always miss just one little string of them. Yeah, I can't aim that for a good reason. I never use it, so it's really hard to aim when it's actually necessary. I know though that the shark snacker is literally the only enemy in this game that drops 3 honeycombs when defeated. Why did I say comb that weirdly? Sometimes I confuse myself. Oh, I think I know where I'm missing notes. I think it's somewhere around here. Yep, right here. There we go. Now I have everything. For some reason, an unused mechanic in this game is the ability to just leave areas from the pause screen. Also, this is one of the most iconic parts of this whole game is right here. This right here is the source of endless debate, mystery, and unused mechanics. So basically, are you familiar with it if I say the words stop and swap?
No.
It's basically an unused mechanic where on the N64, if you took out a game cartridge while the system was still running, remnants of the game's RAM would remain, or like remnants of the game's data would remain in the system RAM. So they thought of the idea where
Oh, yeah.
if you put the game in, loaded up a save file, and had special items, you could transfer that over to the second game to unlock stuff. And there are in-game cheat codes you can enter that allow you to get those still. They're extremely long, and I don't remember any of them off the top of my head. But, yeah. It became unused because due to a, updated firmware that newer systems had, where the amount of time that the data would remain in the RAM was reduced from 10 seconds to 1 second, so it was completely made impossible. But, yeah, the items can still be obtained in the game because they're still there. And then this is the third area. Clanker's Cavern. And we have complete tonal shift here because the last area basically was avoid the water as much as possible. This one is literally nothing but water. Holy crap, I've only been streaming for an hour. This is a new record for me. Getting this far in just an hour. Huh.
Maybe because you just don't want to talk to me.
Maybe. Here we go. This stage has really good music too, but you don't get to hear it too much, strictly because you're underwater all the time.
It's one of those.
Yeah, so instead you just get the Marebra remix.
I know Mark sometimes does a beach level. Or not the whole level, but like there's a specific mission that's get coins underwater.
Mm.
How long does it usually take to
Hold on, what'd you say? I'm just gonna turn the game audio down here.
how long does it take to beat the game?
I think the fastest, like, casual run I've done was 12 hours.
12 hours?
Yeah, it's not a very long game. Then the sequel, kind of overstays its welcome sometimes. However, I had that one longer, so I've replayed it more. I missed notes. Okay, going back up so I don't drown. Drown, not drown.
Banjo Kazooie.
Yeah, that one, all I can say about it is frame rate. It's not very good, because they really tried to push what the system could do graphically. And now we have the character that this area is named after. Clanker. Biomechanical
What?
shark. Gruntilda uses him as basically a garbage disposal.
Well, that's messed up.
Yeah. Also, for some reason, the emulator's not displaying it, but whenever you're underwater, there's supposed to be a little color filter over the screen, but I guess I just didn't pick the right graphics settings to be compatible with this game's shaders. Now, there's no way you can do what they expect you to grab everything down here, well, normally, so they have this little character here, Gloop. He just spits out air.
If you're low on air, how do you know if you're low on? Oh wait.
Yeah, it's that.
Oh, I know. I know. I see it. I thought it was the honeycombs thing that you collect.
Yeah. This game has a weird way of doing, like, an air system where if you run out, instead of instantly dying, it just starts draining your life bar.
Yeah, like 64 and Sunshine did the same thing.
I mean, in that one, well, not in Sunshine, but in 64, the air and life bar were the exact same. So if you just jump in the water, it instantly refills your life.
Oh no, like oh, I'm not sure about 3D Sonic, but in the 2D Sonic games, if you're underwater, yeah, you die. Like that's it.
Yeah, actually, I think a lot of the 3D games did that too. They even, like, I think Colors probably... No, Colors didn't really have any 3D underwater sections, but the drowning music was probably the most terrifying because it's fully orchestrated, it sounds.
It's for orchestrated.
Well, I don't know if it's orchestrated, but there's some pretty intense strings.
Yeah, I don't know, because I never played Sonic Colors.
Oh, that's sad.
I wanted it when I was little, like when it was announced. I think it was 2010.
Yeah, 10, I think.
Yeah, I remember wanting it, but I never got it.
Yeah, it's probably one of my favorite 3D Sonic games. I mean, it's really short. But at least it has more content than Forces.
Oh,
Then again,
I wanted
anything
to
has more
see, yeah.
content than Forces.
The only Sonic games I own for the Wii, is the I used to have Sonic Unleashed, but I sold the game at one point when I was little because I hated Sonic for some reason.
Oh.
I don't know. It was just stupid.
Mm.
So the ones I currently own for the Wii is uh, I only have Sonic and the Black Knight and Secret Ring. That's the only Sonic games I got for the Wii.
Ah.
And
That's...
yeah, I I actually do like Secret Rings a bit.
Mm. I
Just
honestly feel like the game would be better if, first of all, I could play with a bit more standard of controls. And,
oh,
like, honestly, it's not the tilting that bothers me all that much. It's just how far back you need to tilt it in order to start going backwards.
I think
Because,
the
like,
controls are fine, but the problem for me is that you had to unlock skills for faster and more improved controls.
yeah.
What?
Eh,
Oh my god.
How do I aim with Keyboard. Oh wait, I just remembered I had a thing configured that I could aim with a mouse like that. If I hold down the control button, I'm stupid.
Yeah, in the beginning, Sonic controls really, really slow.
Yeah.
Like I understand what they're doing, but it just, I don't know.
Yeah, the 360 and PS3 version of Unleashed had a similar thing where you have to level up your speed.
Oh yeah, I remember that. I think it's fine.
Mm.
I never had an issue with it. And what else? Yeah, I think Secret Rings is a decent game when you unlock the better controls, because I think it is. It does have some interesting stuff, but
Yeah, I think it like
yeah.
the levels are actually kind of fun if you're playing them, but you know, except for all of the missions, Dinosaur Jungle as Egg Mission immediately springs to mind.
Yeah. Like okay, I think Sonic Secret Rings is a better like 3D Sonic than Black Knight because it's more towards to how Sonic is, you
Uh,
know?
mm-hmm.
Like like I don't know, it's strange.
Yeah,
I think Black Knight's gameplay is better, but the levels aren't as interesting for no one in Secret Rings.
yeah. I honestly remember looking at that game when I was younger and I'm like, Sonic with a sword? This sounds amazing and stupid at the same time.
Little Emil was like, Sonic with a sword? Holy
Yep.
yeah, I remember getting that game, and that was like that was like the best thing in my life.
Mm.
Oh my god! Like I liked that a lot when I was a kid. I don't really think much about how bad the how do you oh whoa huh actually what was bad about the hmm.
Certainly not the soundtrack.
Oh yeah, the soundtrack like the what's it called? Oh, shoot. And I know the name.
The main theme.
Night of the Wind.
Yeah, Night
Night
of
of
the
the Wind. Yeah.
Wind. That's a. I have that on
That
my phone. Amazing piece. I think it's.
it's
I think it's in my top 50 most listened songs.
yeah, it's so memorable. Like
Actually, wait. What
oh
is the most heard song on my phone? I need to check this. What is it?
uh
Most played. Okay, the most played song on my phone is "Reach Out to the Truth" from Persona 4.
what?
My most played song is the battle theme from Persona 4. Okay.
uh I like the song, but sometimes it's a bit it's a bit annoying sometimes.
Yeah.
Uh, I remember the most memorable thing in Black Knight is me trying to fight King Arthur,
Mm,
and oh my god, I remember I was sweating so hard because it was so hard to beat him.
mm.
Like, well, little me didn't really know better because there's like there's a certain you have to there's you have to, no how do you say this uh you have to perfectly time your hit to damage him more.
Yeah.
Yeah, they never pointed that out in the game, which is stupid.
Mm, yeah, I think it's odd when games do something like that where there's something really important you need to know, but nothing in there tells you. Also, I learned this invincibility move. It drains one gold feather per second, I think, and you only get 10 up to 10. Right now, there is a cheat code you can unlock that has to be unlocked, but you can get more of them. But for now, you're just stuck with 10. Honestly, I feel like the cheat codes that the game straight up give you, like it just straight up gives you cheat codes, and I feel like the ones it does straight up give you feel more like they're upgrades than cheats. Except all of the ones you have to actually specifically enter cheat for do count as cheat codes, and if you enter 3 of them, Gruntilda will erase your save file. I'm not kidding. However, they kind of over-exaggerate it because the game says it's going to erase the entire cartridge, but it just erases the one save file. Oh god, doing this with a keyboard. No!
I think about it. I don't know what song I listen to. I think I think it has to be the soundtrack for Black Mirror, but I don't know.
Hmm.
Black Knight soundtrack is really underrated.
Yeah. Wait, have you seen the thing from the Sonic hacking contest where someone imported a stage from Black Knight into Generations?
What? Really?
Yeah, it looked awesome. Too
I,
bad it was
oh
shorter than a
wow,
Forces stage. Just because it wasn't designed for you to be going that fast through it.
speaking of that, like, there's like a class type in Black Knight where it's just like a speed oriented style, and like, you go fast, but the levels were not designed to go.
Yeah.
It can be fun to go fast, but I don't know.
Mm. You know, it's kind of like Sonic Advance 2, where if you play it, they clearly tried to make the adventure formula work in 2D, but it just doesn't because you get blindsided by stuff because you can't see what's ahead of you. I made this one spawn a long time ago, but I didn't grab it because I'm stupid. No. The depth perception on the 2D objects makes it kind of hard sometimes. There we go.
But yeah, Figurines, Black Knight. Those games are my favorite.
Mm-hmm. Uh. I was worried there because I could hear the thing. I just couldn't see it. I fell off anyway. Ah,
Do you know a game called Tack and the Power of Juju?
What? No.
No, you never heard of it?
No. What?
It's an old game. It's on it should be on PS2
Hmm.
and GameCube. And there's a GBA version, but that doesn't matter.
Same true with the GBA version of pretty much everything.
So that game was also a collectathon,
Hmm.
but no one really knows about it too much.
I mean, your point was
It's a
proven by me.
it's a Nickelodeon licensed game.
Oh,
Um,
that probably explains why I've never heard of it.
it was a video game first. It had 3 games, and then eventually it got its own TV show. But the TV show was a bit of a reboot, and it's not good. It's terrible. I there's a TV show called Tag and Power Juju. I can't believe you never heard of it.
I haven't. This
like
is
like
all new to me.
like you know a lot of people had on the show called Fanboy and Chum Chum.
Yeah, I've...
See, yeah, you know that show.
Yes. Sadly. It's got a desktop notification saying OBS is dying. Okay.
Dun, dun, dun.
Okay, it says the stream's resumed.
I don't know why I'm
Okay.
talking about
Oh,
that show.
I don't mean to try and change the subject here, but have you ever seen Soul Eater?
I try to watch it, but I never felt compelled to
Okay, you
watch
probably
it.
didn't get so far, so I'm not gonna make that reference because you wouldn't get it. But
The song is neat.
for anyone else watching, I'm making the Excalibur face right now. Okay. This down here. This was something that caught me off guard when I first played. It's just glowing green. So I was like, what's over here? It's a, in quote-unquote, mini-boss. Mutant snippets. These are exactly the same as the normal ones. Only they're glowing. And they have a giant eye. Still have that, surprisingly gore death animation. And also they have only one huge claw. Like, one of their claws is bigger than the other.
So basically, that crabby Pokemon.
Yeah. There's only 4 of them here. And this is the only time you see them in the whole game. I actually had one playthrough where they were all bunched up, so I actually managed to kill them all at once, and the game was lagging from spawning 8 honeycombs on the screen at once. Along with all those bits of them flying everywhere. Alright, 7, there's 3 left. Missing 2 Jinjos, and... so Mark knows. I just realized you can't see the stream chat, so...
Yeah, I can't. I will watch it on the YouTube stream,
But yeah,
I already have.
yeah.
Or
Well, I'm reading everything that's being posted in there anyway, so... Oh god, I should have surfaced first. I'm not gonna get back in time, am I? Okay, I might make it back. No, I'm holding the wrong direction! Barely. God damn it. I instinctively know, okay, press R centers the camera behind me. I immediately reach for the R key on my keyboard. I'm
Oh,
like, damn it, I assigned it to the A key. This is why you shouldn't play 3D platform games with a keyboard. That ain't directional movement.
whoa! I've never seen this before. Uh, I'm playing a game right now.
Ah, I see. What game?
I mentioned the name. It's Tack.
Oh,
It's actually it's called Tack 2. The Staff of Dreams.
oh,
It is not a collectathon. It's actually a. It's more of a. It's a 3D platformer, but it's more linear.
ah.
But uh, it's it's really great.
Turn.
uh, uh,
There
the
we go.
soundtrack is pretty unique.
That's always a good sign.
Like they use this that old tribe instruments, but they combine it with rock.
That sounds awesome.
Yeah.
What am I missing? Hold on, I think I know what I'm missing. I think this is the right one. Yep.
Yeah, in this game, there's like 2D artwork in the background, and there's one that I'm looking at right now that I've never seen before.
Okay, now we just have to remember where the orange Jinjo is, and then I have everything. No, wait, there's still one more thing I need to get. Oh, wait, I remember where the other thing I'm missing is. No, I missed! Frick. You know, it's so nice to do a stream and have someone actually watching again. Be
Again.
be yeah, because the last stream that I did where I actually had viewers was what the last Fire Emblem 5 stream I did, and I've given up on that because screw that game.
I don't know what I don't know what the fireman is talking about.
Thracia 776. It's literally the
Oh,
hardest game in the whole series.
I don't know. I don't really play Fire Emblem like that.
Yeah,
I
like,
don't play the old ones.
here's the thing. There's... It introduced the Fog of War system that some of the games use, where you can only see so far ahead. In most games in the series, you can at least still see what the map looks like.
Hold on, I'll be right back.
Oh, okay. Okay, sorry, as it's just me. I have an audience to entertain, and I can't do it alone because I'm not funny. I shall try, though. Oh, I just remembered where the last ninja was. It's right here. The camera actually turned to try and show inside. I've never seen it do that before. And I have everything. Wait, I'm missing one note. Are you for real? Now I have to scavenge the entire level. Alright. Let's see, where could I be missing one? Where is it? Did I miss it in the tunnel over here? I don't want this one music note to be the end of me. I will find it. I don't see it. Well, of course I wouldn't see it. The draw distance on the 2D objects in this game is really bad.
Okay, I'm back.
Hello, I found all of the jiggies in this world, but I'm missing one note. One singular note. And because there's just one, it's gonna be like hell to find. Oh crap, why did I swim right into that? Wait, there's notes in the front here. Is it in here? Nope. I think you move faster when you're underwater swimming with the B button, so I'm just gonna do. And of course, I accidentally surface. Sitting here. Doesn't look like it. Were you trying to say something there? Sorry for the extremely delayed reaction, but... What the? You can't fly into that area? Then... What's the point? Uh... you know where it probably is? It's probably all the way down at the bottom. The one place that I would never go back to. That's probably the area it's going to be. No? Crap. Okay, where's Gloop? There's Bubble. There. Alright, back up I go. Checked all the areas I know there are notes in the... Maybe it's in one of those compartments up there. Oh, here's something interesting about this game that most 3D platformers surprisingly don't do. The enemies don't respawn until you leave
Huh.
the area. If you kill it, it stays dead, which the sequel changed for some reason. Also, something else is that health pickups don't respawn. Like, if I kill this enemy and break this thing open, these will not despawn until I leave the area. Also, is something that the sequel changed.
So that sequel, is it as bad as you would say?
Not nuts and bolts for the 360, Banjo Tooie for
Oh, well, yeah,
N64.
not the bolts. But I
But
just heard that Tui was a more bit of a meh.
it, honestly, I enjoy it just as much, but that's probably, again, nostalgia blind. Oh my... This is a lot harder with a keyboard than with a really bad analog stick. Bad analog stick, yes, but it's still an analog stick. Yep, I was right. That was the one note I missed.
Whoa, well, that sounds like a ear rape. Yeah.
No. But yeah, it's I feel like the thing with it was that the gameplay-wise, it is a huge step up. Instead of like, because they already used all of the buttons on the controller in the first game, instead of just trying to make new moves that like just completely change up the game entirely, instead what they do is they just innovate on what is already there. So like, you can shoot eggs in first person, shoot eggs in the sky while swimming. Looking back at it now, it was a lot of shooting crap. There was even first-person shooter gameplay, like straight up roguelike, I guess you could say, FPS gameplay. And it's surprisingly fun. The only issue that it has is that the controls, because the N64 controller doesn't have 2 analog sticks, it has tank controls on the analog stick, and then aiming up and down and strafing are on the C buttons. It's been 2 hours and I still feel like going at this, so I could do the 5th area. Because, yeah, the 5th area does not take not 5th, the 4th area. Bubble Gloop Swamp is not nearly as long as the last one was. There's only one move that you can learn in this area, which every other area that has learnable like abilities like that, from this point on, there's only like one of them. And the one move you can learn in this stage is right behind the start. Very well hidden. These rain boots basically allow you to walk through stuff that would normally damage you. Like instead of the swamp water being poisonous, it's infested with piranhas. So you can walk through that. Now I'm actually going to immediately leave because there's something that you can get by using that right outside. Also, we have the enemy from the intro. It's called a buzz bomber. I'm pretty sure that's also the bees from Donkey Kong Country. Unless I'm just getting my video game enemy names mixed up. So like how I opened up the Bubble Gloop Swamp before even going to Treasure Trove Cove, I'm going to go open up the 5th area before even going too far into the 4th. Looking back at it now, there's literally nothing stopping me from doing this one first. And I would do it right now if I felt like it, because this is one of my favorite areas in the whole game. I just realized I'm just saying every area is my favorite in the whole game.
Oh crap! Oh my god! I died on.
Oh. I'm just gonna break that ice block there so that I can come back here later. You can't fit in there right now, so obviously you need to be smaller. Or lose weight. Either one works. Alright. Now I actually am going to go into the place this time. And this is a small little, I guess you could call it a fetch quest, is this right here. Croctus is the name of these things. Basically, you fire an egg into the mouth of the first one, and another one shows up elsewhere, and rinse and repeat till you've got all of them done. This is basically an incentive order on how to do things. Eh. I just, looking at this on an emulator window, I realize how much dithering all of the portraits have. Let's see here. I'll do this here. This is a time attack thing. That appears up there, and you have to get there before within the time limit. Okay. If I remember, the time it gives you is extremely lenient, so I can take my time here. I feel like the color chosen for the notes being yellow kind of works pretty well because it makes them pop out in most areas of the game. There is one world in particular where they're kind of hard to spot, and it's the desert world, and I screwed up right at the end. Thankfully, you can just hit the button again and it restarts the timer. Wrong button. No! Frick! Hit that. There we go. There's another one of those later on, and the second one's going to be even harder to do with a keyboard because it's only 10 seconds and you have to go across a very narrow and curved platform. Oh, come on. My hand is cramping from this. Uh, After this area, I'll just take a break. Yeah, actually, after this area, I'll just call the stream because I think after completing this, I'll be completing half of the game. Wow, this game's shorter than I remember. Then again, back when I played this, I didn't have as much free time. Oh god, the frame drop. There we go. Oh yeah, that reminds me, I didn't get the Jiggy from hitting the switch from the last area. I'll probably get it at the beginning of the next session of this that I do. Because, I'll be required to walk past there anyway. Oh. Wrong one. There. There's a giant, alligator here. Does literally nothing. I actually think I'm gonna do everything around this area last, just because I have to leave the area with a certain thing. And yeah, I think it's just easier if you do everything in that area, like that little segment of the Swamp Blast. Because that's one thing with this world, is that it's all very branched out and segmented. Your feet are numb and cold, huh? Let me just smash. Oh god. I should not have said those words.
The turtle was struggling to. What?
His feet were numb and cold, so I pounded them.
Oh my god.
That
Oh my.
sounds so wrong when I say it out loud. What is wrong with me? Now, grab this. But that's not all that this little segment of the swamp has to offer. For some reason, inside of the giant turtle is a choir of turtles. And you know that means obligatory rhythm-based game. Not even rhythm, why did I say that? You basically just repeat whatever it does.
Huh. Both cookathons always have a rhythm-based
Yeah.
motion.
It's more so here just, you hear that thing, now go repeat it. And this is actually somewhat challenging if you're not good at memory. Like me. Da-da-da. And it's not even going to continue the same thing it just did. It's now just going to play something completely different. Or just prove me wrong. I don't know, last time I did this, it just was completely random, and it did not continue from the same start at all. Alright, let's see. There we go. Oh god, why is it so long? This one? Okay, that was this one. No! Whenever you get it wrong, you get hit. Like, you get hurt by that. Okay, let's see. Blue, red.
Oh god.
Why is it so long? Yes! I don't know if it's true or not, but I think every time at least one of these will not be used. Like, at least one of the different colors. Because every time I remember doing this, at least one of them doesn't get used at all. I'm really not using the talent shot a lot, even though I should be. Okay, I'm about to die.
Oh yeah. Let's see. Let's see. Oh,
Okay, right over here. Oh,
shoot. What was it? Here.
I don't know why I tried to get that when I already have max lives, but
I just, I just realized the picture you sent me.
oh, the thumbnail.
Childhood.
Oh wait, I'm stupid. Just beak barge.
I'll give you this.
Hold on. All right, let me just check this. I'll listen to that after the stream's done. Uh,
That's a, it's a good song.
mm,
Well, not all the soundtrack has this rock vibe, but overall it's good.
mm.
And there's this one level in the game called Chicken Island, and oh my god, the song is amazing.
It sounds amazing. Alright. What am I missing? Or wait. Go to the total so I can see. Okay. Okay, I think everything I'm missing is pretty much in this section of the swamp. Or it requires something over here in order to get it. Alright, I know where one of the two remaining Jinchos are. Uh, one of them is underneath a platform that's really small and I can't get quite yet. But then the other, I'm not too sure of its location. Wait, hold on. Nope. Whew.
Oh man.
Let's see. This looks like a maze, but it's actually extremely straightforward. Like it may as well just be a bendy straight line. Eh, Alright,
Oh,
this is gonna be hell with a keyboard. Exactly 10 seconds to get across.
I believe in you. Are you doing this though?
Nope. May as well grab these.
Oh,
I
what
can
are these?
usually get across that with an analog stick, but I'm not using an analog stick. Alright, let's give this another shot. No! Damn it! You know, I'm putting a fail counter up. Hold on, make that. Font color. Where was the option to change font color? Select font. Where's... I'll just put this up here because it's easier to read there. There, fail counter 2. You still there, Marked? Uh, yes! I remove fail counter for now. Click into window, not the,
Oh,
there. Okay, I'm just gonna use my mouse to creep across the... Nope, never mind. I have it set up in Project 64, like the emulator, so that if I hold down control, I can use the mouse as the analog stick. Mainly, I did that for my Majora's Mask streams, where I used it for aiming. Yeah, I like how customizable Project 64 is in terms of control inputs, because there's not many emulators I know where holding down a certain key will make it so that inputs change entirely. Like, that's one of my big problems with PCSX2, where it's really good at running a lot of stuff, but in terms of customization and controls, you don't really get a lot to work with. Alright. And now, transform into... This gag happens on occasion. It's completely
don't want to
random.
run.
That's the washing machine you can play as using the cheat code.
No, you just gotta deal with them, man.
Now I'm an alligator. Crocodile, whichever one. This is the only transformation in the whole game where you get an attack. You can also move in the piranha-infested waters without dying now.
Huh.
For some reason, you also move faster when attacking. Okay, I'll be good. Hee-ho. Reading the chat there.
I'm gonna have to stop by Hee-Ho.
Okay, that's where that Kinjo is, but where's the orange one? I don't remember where the orange one is.
What does the skulls do?
You use those to transform. You need a certain amount of them in order to initiate it, but after that you can do it for free.
Oh.
The only other way to get the transformations for free is using the washing machine cheat code. I'm not joking. For some reason, that also makes all of the transformations free on top of turning you into a freaking washing machine. Wait, is the final Jinjo over here and I just walked past it? Yep, it's right there. Alright. Now, I think I remember where the last Jiggy is. And yeah, I know where everything else in this world is now. Enter through the giant alligator's nose, and inside is this, a mini game. This is Mr. Vile. And, I like this. Press A to accept, press B to chicken out. Yep, this is all it is. It's just eating. This may as well just be Pac-Man. If you come back to this part later, it is easier, but it's not impossible to do right now. That, pair of shoes there is what makes it easier. Come on. Ah, come on, I tied. That counts as a loss. Now he comes after you and he's faster and he bites you and makes you lose a unit of life. What the heck? He spawned. One spawned right on top of him. That's not fair. Keyboard. Why? No! Again! The same scores! Frick! I will not lose. If I don't get this on this attempt, I'm probably just gonna save this for later. Because the keyboard is making it extremely difficult to aim. Haha, I stole the thing. Yes! Won that time! Okay, I'll give this another one. Eat red, avoid yellow. Oh, of course I spawn right next to all yellow. No, I'm falling behind. Oh, come on, I tied again. No, 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 no.
I'm coming for that boost.
I need to find health. I'll just do this part later.
It's always kind of funny that they punish you that way.
Yes. I'll just come back and do this later when it's easier to do with a keyboard. I'll just grab this. Alright, now back over in this direction. If you remember, I had to be smaller in order to fit through a tiny hole over here. Well, now I'm smaller. Here it is. This is how you get the, in quote marks, cheats. Even though I feel like these ones that the game tells you like this are more of upgrades because you actually have to find them in order for them to be, in order to be actually capable of using them. But also they're kind of just upgrades to your ammo counts for your eggs and feather types. So you're just as enter blue eggs in Treasure Trove Cove. Anyway, I feel like 2.5 hours is long enough. So yeah, I'll end the stream here. But first, whenever you save, you got this game over animation, and I'm just gonna let it speak for itself. Like, the game over in this game is just... You can't even skip it the first time you see it, so... Just... Just look.
Oh my god.
Rated E for everyone.
Dang, if I was a kid, I would have, I wouldn't really mind. Oh my god. And you just want to work. Wow, that's just beautiful.
What, this? What's on the
Yes.
screen? Ah, crap, I punched my mic.
Well, that and the witch.
Alright.
That's
That.
the first time I've seen a witch that way, so wow.
Alright. Hope everyone who watched enjoyed the stream. Or by that I mean the one person, so thank you, Marked, for tuning in. I know she's not going to hear this, but I'm thanking her anyway. Anyway, goodbye, peoples of YouTube.